Joining us in the studio on TVC Breakfast is former member of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Ayodele Thomas Fade. It's nice to have you join us right now. Thank you very much. Right.
Also in the studio is Dr. Shenokun Olufumi Ajose Harrison. He is a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management and Director General of the Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Independence. It's really nice to see you.
Beautiful.
Right. Okay. Let me, Honorable, let me start with you here. The fun days. The president touched on so many things here. Yeah. You were watching that broadcast of 25 minutes. What struck your chord the most of all the things the president talked about there?
Thank you very much. You see, the president has touched, with his speech, he has touched every point, every ills of the society. But I am praying that the political will should be implemented in executing all these points. Because what we lack now is political will to implement. And it's not the president that will go and execute them. It is the civil servant who will go out there and execute every point in which the president has touched.
Wow. I think that's the most challenging part, the implementation of all of these policies. It's good to draft them, set up a committee, put this together, and they come up with a beautiful draft. Translate that draft into what will be prosperity. It's what we've always been seeing as challenges.
Absolutely. And so we come to you, Dr. Sinoku. What was most striking in the president's speech for you?
Thank you very much. Well, I will like to say the issue of good governance and social inclusion. And more importantly, you know, he talked about the 500 billion naira special intervention fund. Great. We believe that's going to address unemployment. And it's a very, very tough issue in this country. Again, there are things I would have expected the president to touch on.
Like what?
Yeah, number one, this is a nation that is also in a hurry. Don't blame us. For example, talking about electricity, once you're able to address it, I think we have solved 35%, 40% of the problem of unemployment. But our president has said that maybe in 2022, wow, what are the immediate measures? Because you see, we must walk around setting targets, and we walk around ensuring that we monitor, we review, we evaluate, and move forward. Although we expect that will happen, but then we are not seeing many things like that. So if we have not been seeing things like that in the past, moving forward, having a new mindset is key for every Nigerian.
But on the issue of electricity, sorry to cut you, Mike, he spoke about the Presidential Development Fund, and he also talked about the Mambila Plateau project. And perhaps the 2022 he was talking about was a target where we are targeting a megawatts, about 11 gigawatts rather.
Yes. What happens between now and then? Are we not going to be using electricity? Are we not going to be producing, because we are more interested in a nation that produces now? I'm happy about, you know, all he said about the non-oil sector, mining, agri, but everything still has a timeline. We must have a realistic timeline within which we are achieving our set objectives. And once that is not there, it's like so many rhetorics again.
But 25 gigawatts before 2023, you don't see that as as doable?
Well,
the time is too short, or the gigawatts is too high, or, you know?
It's too short.
Oh.
So that's a real challenge. We must face it as a people and as a nation. Now, I have a background in sociology. Now, you must know what we want. We don't have enough data. We don't have statistics. I always tell people, you see, you must move with your own calculations. Create a timeline, let the resources be available, measure how far we are moving. so that you can know you are actually moving and truly moving. Then communicate with the Nigerian people. Yeah. Let them know these are the achievements we have made so far.
So far.
And these are key issues I think we should be addressing now. Instead of rhetorics and, same old story, it's a new mindset. Everybody must find a way around having what they call the growth mindset. Okay. Absolutely. Not the fixed mindset.
Adele, let me come to you on this. You heard
the growth mindset. Okay. Absolutely. Not the fixed mindset.
Adele, let me come to you on this. You heard the president talk about the recruitment of about 10,000 constables into the Nigerian police to bolster the security in the country. Yes. We also recall that if you compare the activities of Boko Haram or bandits or herdsmen in the last few months to about 1 year ago, the security agencies have been recording some successes so far in comparative terms. That's not to say these things are still not happening. But how much of that 10,000 constable into the Nigerian police will, what effect or impact do you think that's going to make?
Thank you very much. You see, the security situation in the country, all the past administration did not take it into serious something. This is a country where we have a population of nearly 120 million people. And
we're almost 200 million now.
Okay now. And the number of police officers is less than 1 million. How many? Which one? How can we calculate that? You see.
In fact, it is recorded that we still have less than 500,000 police officers, between 3 and 400,000.
Hold on. This is an unplanned society. As of now, we have about 6 living past head of government in this country. Where is their blueprint then, which they used to govern us?
I guess in the archives.
Okay, in the archives. But one thing is that, you see, with technology now, most of these people who I call criminals, they are more advanced than the police. It's true. In those days, there wasn't any kidnapping. Fraudsters, they were then, they were in place then. But very minimal. But now,
knowledge has increased, and so access to all of these things have increased.
But some of them, they collaborate, some of the security officers collaborated with them. That is on that part.
All right. So in that case, the 10,000 constables, that won't be enough? Is that what you're saying?
It won't be enough.
But wouldn't that at least help to some extent? You at least add up to whatever is there.
Thank you very much.
10,000 is not a small number.
Thank you very much. Are they going to distribute them to each state of the Federation? Are they community policing? Are they going to introduce community policing into it?
Well, so are you of the opinion that perhaps community policing or state policing should have been the way forward?
State policing. Then
this 10,000.
Yes, state policing. They knew the in and out of each state. Yeah. And they can communicate with the community language in which it will help their jobs.
Now, but we have police stations in all the nooks and crannies of the country. Would it be difficult to say we have 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, and based on landmass or based on size or based on the population, we distribute the 10,000, by some level of average and so on? Would it be difficult to do that?
You are talking about we are having police stations in each areas.
So which means we have police presence. That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you something. All right. You see, running an office Each DPO, how much were they giving per year? Only 65,000 naira to run a police station per year. How much are they going to spend on their vehicles? How much? How much are they not going to buy stationaries? Are they not going, you know, it's just like in press. But the people then, that is why they collaborated. They collected some dollars from criminals. And, you know, so collecting agbalagba to baje dudu kole sododo because they dip their hand into what is not supposed to be.
Honorable has to dig deep into.
And perhaps we need translation on that. But then we need your perspective on this issue. He talked about we have past heads of states, about 6 of them who are still alive, and the blueprint they used at that time, where is it? If they are to bring forth that blueprint, would it work at this time? Because the dynamics of then and now is
many things have changed.
Different.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Many things have actually changed. I agree. But the point still has to be reiterated that the police should be adequately equipped, because the kind of arms they use now, ammunitions, it's totally outdated. We have to talk about that. That is just the truth. Then number 2, the kind of training, more of intelligence. That's why I agree with Honorable that you just have to introduce something close to community policing, state policing. People who can do a lot of surveillance, they can speak the local language, the dialect, and fish out any criminal within the community. It's very, very key. You see, that's what is done in Singapore, in Malaysia, even in the United States of America.
On this same state policing, there are concerns raised that perhaps state governors could use them as mercenaries, so to speak, to oppress, you know,
Perceived opponents.
Opponents, yes.
Well, I'm not really looking at it from that perspective, because now, the moment people know that the police can provide security and they can have more confidence in the police, people want to, you know, do so many things that are positive and favorable. But today, they are not getting that. The police that is not properly paid, the police that is not properly educated, that means trained, the police that cannot even buy fuel into that vehicle.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? And that's why we are having challenges. The challenges are self-created. We caused and imposed a lot of encumbrances upon the police. That's why you see them compromising. They are not actually supposed to compromise if they are well-funded, well-kitted, well-trained.
At least we see the Nigerian police when they go for international assignments. They come up with all the awards. They win all the awards.
They have it.
When they go to anywhere across the world and so on.
But we've neglected taking care of them.
Okay, let's still stay on this issue of security. You heard the president talk about support from allies, Nigerian allies. Certainly, we have friends from other countries. We have friends when it comes to either other governments or even agencies or international organizations who are into security and all of that. We have also seen, from herdsmen to bandits to Boko Haram, there's the issue of the inter-border, you know, and so on. How should Nigeria begin to engage with its allies that the president talked about?
Thank you very much. You see, up north, there is something that unites the northern Nigerians and some neighboring countries there. Because the lingo there, the language there, they can speak the other part of the country there.
But not only northern Nigeria, even in southern Nigeria, in southwestern Nigeria, if you go between Ogun State and Lagos State that has a border with Benin Republic, you speak Yoruba all through.
Wait, I will tell you.
Okay.
You see, to me, as a politician, I travel widely. Are you with me?
Yeah.
You see, when you go towards Idiroko, if you see what is going on there, they cross the border. They commit crime here and they run back there. A criminal, they don't write it there. The same thing goes there. You see, over there, we have stated by the governor over 100 and something illegal routes. What are the custom and the immigration people doing? Which means even the police people, they're supposed to have police posts in a very recognized area within those porous borders. Yes. But because they don't want to, they don't want to lose their job, and they believe that most of the illegal roads, they've now turned to toll gates. Yes, that is the issue. And again, they've lost their professional touch. Most of them are not committed to the job again. They are only looking for
survival.
Survival. And you see, the mistake in which the federal government is doing with all this immigration, custom, and everything is that every 3 months they're supposed to rotate them. But giving them a permanent base there.
What will that change?
It will change a lot. Because the new person they are bringing in, it will find it difficult to understand.
But wouldn't that contradict the notion or the argument that state policing is meant to be where the person knows, whether he knows the people know him, and they become familiar with each other? Wouldn't that notion be contradicting that?
No.
Okay.
You are talking about, another different thing.
Oh, okay.
This is border,
yes.
border security.
Okay. All right.
You see, the border security up there, these people will come into Nigeria, they will commit crime, and they will run back there.
All right.
But due to the fact that they can speak, and the other thing is that their culture are related. The same thing at Meko side, there, all this area. The same thing goes on there. And the same thing at the Bakassi area.
Yes, all right. Honorable Ayodele Thomas Fadi, we need to end it here at this time. Thank you for your contribution on the show this morning. And we also want to thank you, Dr. Shenokun Olufumi Ajase Harrison, for your time on the show this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you.